Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Is that better?
Oh,
All
that's
right.
better.
So,
We can see her much better. That was a smart move, Fly Boy. Let us see her better than you. You know what I mean?
all
You
right.
put her on
So,
the
all right,
good
we'll
side.
do this
Yeah.
again. We're gonna. I had already introduced myself earlier, but you guys don't really know her yet. So, well, I go by my name's Marquise, but I go by the name of Flyboy Way, and this is the channel I have where I travel the world, and I get a black perspective of how it is around the world. I actually, I
I got so much
you do. I like that.
What? Are you crazy?
I so I mean, especially a black. I've never seen a black Samoan. This is
Samoan niggas.
Samoan.
That's what we're called.
Yo, this is awesome. This is awesome. All right, so you've lived in Hawaii your whole life, right? Majority of your life. What is it like out there? And as I guess a black woman, would you
Okay.
consider yourself a black woman for Samoan?
Absolutely. Well, I'm a black woman and I'm Samoan. To be honest, I'm equally balanced. I
Okay.
understand my entire mix as a whole. So don't really understand racism, stuff like that, especially with my kind of background. Is white, Asian, like we have every race. And
So Hawaii's not like racist at all, right? I've been only once.
oh, it definitely is, but it's not necessarily like
Oh.
racist towards color.
Oh.
It's more so like racist towards
If you're Samoan or not, or if you're part of from the island. No.
Military. Our issue is the outsiders that come to our island and have no respect for our island.
Okay.
Like Hawaii is not the same. Like I done been back home and all kind of stuff. Like since I've been traveling, out in the world and stuff. And it's like it's every time I go back home, it's just changing more and more and more. And the hatred is, like I said, it's not about the color. It's more so like about the culture.
So it's mainland versus like Hawaii, like people from the mainland.
Fuck yes, that's exactly the beef.
That's crazy.
And that's what I say. Like when people be like, "Oh," when I tell my people, I be like, "Yeah, being out here on the mainland, we don't call it like by state or nothing. It's just anything outside of Hawaii is the mainland.
Yeah.
Unless you travel country, then we say the country by name.
Like
so, so it's like Wakanda.
You said like what you say?
It's like Wakanda. Wakanda. They got that whole Wakanda thing going on down out there. Black Panther 2, they're about to have a fight with the sea creatures with Namor. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but
yeah, I definitely seen that one.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The new Wakanda.
Huh?
The new Wakanda.
The new Wakanda. So let me ask this question: when you travel, have you traveled other places? Oh, you on the phone too.
I know, right? Yeah, I'll call you back. Like you can sit here. Let's
yeah. She on YouTube too. She on her own channel.
Be here.
So have you traveled outside of the island? What are some of the places you've been?
Switzerland, Italy, Greece, Egypt, pretty much all 50 other states. And I have future plans. I want to go to Madagascar. That's my next journey. Okay. I am going to make it to Madagascar. I have no idea how, because that's pretty much how I live my day-to-day life. Just like, where the wind takes me. I'm going to leave in this world. I'm going to leave.
So let me ask you a question. What do you do that allows you to travel as much as you do?
I mean.
Okay. That's new.
Honestly, it's like, for one, I've noticed something in my personal life, which is like, I pretty much attract everybody, which can fall between anything from good to bad, like good to bad people. Mm-hmm. So balancing out and shit like that is like meeting the right people and sharing the same kind of experience, the same kind of thoughts and shit like that. It takes you to certain places. Okay. But that's talking to people that's pretty much as free as I am. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, if I need to get like a 9-to-5 type of shit because my pockets ain't looking too pretty, no problem. It's doable. I have a lot of training and a lot of things because of life experience. So I go out. If I'm curious about something, I'm going to go learn about it. And once I gain this ability in this world, you can take that skill and do what you need to do with it. Like, period.
So you never thought about joining the military?
Fuck no. I can't wake up at 5:30 in the morning. At least I don't like being told to wake up at 5 in the morning. I've seen 5:30 in the morning, but I don't like to be told, like, this is when you got to get up. And then they work you the fuck out. Like, no.
I mean, but you in hella shape.
And I do nothing. I don't go to the gym for shit. You couldn't even drag me in there.
Man, that's amazing. That's lucky because some of us eat anything too much would be bad.
So let me tell you, life experience.
Okay.
I'm somebody, if I'm curious about something, I'm gonna try it. You don't know if you like something until you try it. Part of this body right here, whole work,
Forward.
whole work.
Wow.
I randomly be a stripper. If you're
Okay.
gonna dance and shit like that, why not get paid for it? That's just like common fucking sense. You know what I mean? Like you can do it for fun too, but if you're really good at it, why not get paid for it? That's crazy.
So it's not more difficult in Miami, because I know in Miami you pretty much gotta know somebody or to get in the spot. Like I got a couple stripper friends out here from
Me
booty
too.
trap and KODs, and it's like
I knows all of that. And I done met people in all of that. But for the most part, when I chose to be a dancer type of shit, I did the footwork. Because for one, I don't want to owe nobody shit. I don't want nobody's credential, because anything that I gain is because I gained it.
gotcha.
Not because somebody like was like,
Mm-hmm.
So
ooh, like do this and I'm gonna let you in. That's how you end up with problems down the line, which is something I done noticed down here like a must.
all right, now see that's what I was trying to go with it. Like
the business world is way too personal when it comes to that kind of environment, and that's the problem in the game nowadays. So I'm taking a break from that. I'm like, fuck, I don't.
so I know you guys probably can't see because it's maybe the sun and nothing, but you have like a lot of bright colors on. Is that representative of who you are, or is it just the colors like what?
Bisexual, and I'm obsessed with colors.
You see what?
I said bisexual, and I'm obsessed
Okay,
with colors.
I was under the impression she might have not like God. I was like, you know,
Oh
I should have got on
no,
the
I'm not a lesbian. Like what? I don't know. That's I'm sorry, but you know, like what? Give that up.
So let me ask you this. When it comes to dating men and women, do you have like a certain type of eat, or is it more of along the lines of whichever moment you're in?
I survive in relationships type of shit off of strictly energy. It's not necessarily about liking like one sex more than the other or anything like that. I'm all about energy. I'm not like picky, but I do know I have a level of tolerance. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna deal with like an ignorant ass person. You know, like what the fuck, like that fucks with your energy. Nobody, I don't need that. So
So of all the states that you've been to, because you've been to a lot of states, I haven't been to all the states. I've been to before I started traveling internationally, a couple states.
Sweetie, I stared at the Grand Canyon this year, and it's weird. It makes you think, like the Grand, it's a lot of energy in the Grand Canyon. I swear it will make you think. Stand there long enough, you're gonna start thinking about shit that you wouldn't even think about. But you'll think about it, and it also clears your mind. Like, well,
And
yeah, you're right. I'll be thinking about falling.
Grand Canyon.
About
People
not
be like,
falling.
that's some white people shit. It's not. It's some everybody shit. And this, okay, you want to talk about like black people and shit like that? This is one of the problems, like with the black community. We already be like, oh, we're not gonna do this because it's white people shit, because it's this type of shit. First of all, that shit don't belong to nobody but everybody. What do you mean? So do that shit. Yeah, on a normal day, that ain't what the fuck you gonna do. But if you have like an opportunity to do that shit, get the fuck out there and do it. It will literally open your mind, and you will not be part of this fuckery that literally flows through this fucking world under the fucking law of society and everything else in between. I don't got time for that.
So the Grand Canyon was your favorite spot so far?
Fuck no, Vegas was. I was fucked up out
You
there.
like Vegas? Oh, see, all right, she was fucked up.
So many bitches in Vegas, I could not turn that down. Like, and I went there right after the Grand Canyon. No, well, I will say as a female, yeah, we do kind of have like a little quicker gateway than y'all men. I will agree to that. Okay, and yeah, I'm ignorant as fuck. If I see something that look scrumdiddlyocious, I'm on your ass. I'm worse than a dude, and they don't even realize that shit.
I think I found a wingman while I'm down here, y'all.
You definitely
you good. You good now, fly boy.
Wing woman, my fault, y'all. My fault, wing woman.
You straight.
Nah, I actually I don't live down here now, but I have a condo down here, so I come every month. I come down here every month, and I'm down here at least 4 days. But this time I'm down for a week.
Remind me of like my big brother. Like you almost look like him, which is like. I'm gonna show you him later, but yeah, you guys are both like kind of fluffy, like the dad bod kind of energy. But like super mellow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hopefully that one pass. Now, internationally as well, what's your favorite international spot thus far?
I would have to say Switzerland because of the fucking cheese. Oh my god,
the cheese?
That cheese. Bruh, you can get drunk off the cheese. Like
Drunk off the cheese?
you can get drunk off the cheese.
Like there's alcohol in the cheese.
Yes, that's how the fuck you supposed to make that shit. I did not eat cheese for so long when I came back to the States, like in the mainland and shit, because I was like, fuck this noise. You uncultured buzzard. I was so mad. I didn't even eat pasta for a while either.
Was it cold in Switzerland?
No, not necessarily. Like they just have like, well, let's say like cool weather. So warm and shit during the day, and then cool down by night.
You gotta have like a traveling Instagram or YouTube or something.
I do not. That's the craziest thing. I don't understand social media. I don't get it. I have it, but I don't get it. People nowadays be like, what's your Instagram? And I'll be like, what happened to what's your number? And excuse me, miss, what's your name? Like, motherfuckers just be like, what's your Instagram? And I'll be like, damn, vulture.
It's old school. Old school.
I'm old, but you don't look.
How old do you think I am?
See, that's why I'm looking like you don't look old enough to really have that vibe of wanting a phone number and not the Instagram.
Man,
like
what?
because
get my Instagram.
I mean, you're probably like 25.
Yeah, I'm not. I am not 25 years old. I was 25 years old. Yeah.
So you're 26 now?
No, older.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I see you guys can't see what I see, so it's different for you guys. You guys can't see what I see. She's trying to turn around for you guys. Hold up.
Flocka.
Oh, my fault. I gotta see that. I put something. Hold on. One more time. Do that one more time. I gotta buy this.
Do it again.
Yeah. My fault, y'all. I didn't see that thing up. Hold on.
There you go.
Let me solo layout real quick. All right, there we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man.
Too tall?
Yeah, too tall. Little turn. Yeah, there we go. There you go. So she's slim thick, y'all. She's slim thick. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So
just fight.
I'm really not.
Jeez.
You can look at my ID.
Like no, I believe you. Just hold on. How do I put this back in? Hold on, okay.
Your rating just spiked, Flyboy.
Hold on. I'm trying to take extra solo layout screen real quick so I can add you back in. All right, there we go. Clear that. Nah, see the whole thing is that the only way I knew that you had to be like older than 23 is because you said no Instagram with myself. I haven't heard that. Jeez. Well, we gonna just say she's 26 for now, y'all.
I'm not 26. I'm 30 years old because I don't have no problem with my age. I love my age.
That's still kind of young now. So I guess I would be the older fluffy brother.
I can't wait till I'm 40. Like I can't wait to get to some old people shit.
It's a good.
I want to yell at people to get the fuck off my grass. Straight up. Get off my grass. And then give them some snacks. Like just bipolar shit. I'm beating like the crazy aunt on the block.
So
that's what I want.
So when you travel solo or you travel in a group?
Solo, sometimes with people.
Do you ever get nervous?
Fuck no.
As a solo woman traveling?
Hell no. First of all, I fight. Don't get it twisted. I'm island bound. I'm island bound. Then I'm raised by like straight up men, including my mother, who's like a fucking man. Like,
are your parents in the military?
No. Well, I believe my father was, but I am part of like that black community that like didn't really know the nigga, didn't meet the nigga till I was like of age.
That's about 60-something% of us. That's about 60%.
It's a sad story, bro. It's a sad story.
It's life in America. It happens.
It is, but it shouldn't be.
It makes you stronger though. That's why I see the good part of it. That's why I see the good part.
People say that all the time, like growing up without a father and shit. They be like, that shit make you stronger. Believe it or not, that shit break you down first, and that's the part that people don't talk about is the fucking pain of what you go through without a father. You know what I mean? Like that shit showing like relationships that like us as women have. Like that's how you end up in fucked up shit because in reality you ain't have nobody show you like how a motherfucker is supposed to treat you when it comes to that gender. So it's like, you
think
I wouldn't say that's the reason of my sexuality.
That was my next question. Do you think it's the part? But you say it's probably you always like, or did you think that play part in the fact that you tried something different with women versus?
Nah, fuck that. My little horny ass as a child was always looking at bitches like you. I looked at them like y'all beautiful and I admire, but it also put like a little tickle in my fancy. So when I felt that, it was like, yeah, I kind of like y'all more than like how, you're supposed to just admire someone.
Right.
But I also understood that like I looked at men the same way, which is why I understood like the balance of who I was and why I say I'm bisexual. Like I like both even.
But
not one more than the other. Like
the way that you travel, it has to be hard to hold a serious relationship. It has to. Because I travel a lot. And that's like,
but I don't want that shit. I can honestly tell you that now. trying it. I've been married the whole nine, mother,
Mm.
the whole nine. I don't want it. Something I understood freely in my life. If somebody can't understand that I'm a free ass individual, like don't get it twisted. How I am, I give the same respect to the person that I'm dealing with. So how I move, you got the same free range. Like I'm not one of them like psycho ass bitches like I could do it but you can't. Like fuck no, it's balance. You know what I mean?
And there's no jealousy.
None at all. But as soon as like like this loyalty is broken or like trust is broken type of shit or lack of understanding is gone, I'm gone because I don't want that. Like somebody gotta understand how shit is. Like I'm not meant to fit in everybody's puzzle. So yeah, moving the way I move, I'm a rare breed of female. Like that's something I understood very early in my life, and going through life.
So was it the traveling and was it the seeing yourself from outside of the world or outside of the world that you knew that created this person who knows themselves very well now, or is it something else that the hard times in your life that created you?
Definitely the heart. Like that shit will do something to people. Like pain is fucking real, but I also understand that my pain is not bigger than the next. But I deal with it the way I only know how and the best way I know how. But because of that, it's like, yeah, that shit will change you. Some people don't understand or even respect the change that happened, but I'm okay with it. And that's something that was the hardest lesson in my life I had to learn was, man, what? Oh my God, the ugliest shit, bro. And it's like I had to be okay with that because at the end of the day, like that's me, you know what I mean? But going through life, we're like, we're naturally fucking people pleasers, whether we want to admit it or not, whether we the most hardcore motherfucker in the world. But it's always that we are people pleaser. We will do everything to try to like be happy and make the next happy.
And you mean we as in like people who've been hurt before?
We as individuals, we literally crave love and fight it in the same breath.
So it's a human thing.
It's a human thing.
Okay.
Some people get smacked a little bit faster and cramped up quick, and it make you change quick. And then some people will go through shit over and over until they finally hit that damn wall that was just like, yeah, this you're not breaking through this one like how you think you're gonna.
Well, how do you stop yourself from hitting that wall, from going too far where you have you ever had that moment where you're like, damn, I really gotta change the way I move or anything like that? Or just
absolutely. Like I've had that moment, and like I said, it takes certain life experiences to make you realize that. Like I can't be the one to tell you like when, because every time that wall hit me, I was not prepared.
See, so it's not a one-time thing. It's a continual lesson that you learn.
It's because it's different lessons. That's the thing about it. Like for me, it's been different lessons. Some of them I was doomed to repeat it because I didn't learn from the first time.
Right.
I didn't learn from the first time, and somewhere in my mindset I was like, yeah, I got this shit. No, fuck no, I didn't. So it smacked my ass twice, and that second hit was like, I ain't got no more cheeks. I got no more cheeks to turn, so. I gotta learn this shit. Look, I was like, it's now or never, damn it. Or you doomed to repeat it.
See, here's where I feel like she's close to who I am. Like I feel like she's like a female version of what I am.
I get told that
the reason why I say this is because I feel as though even though you are an individual in yourself and you have your own stuff, you're still a sociable person. We just met each other. So it's like it's a hard balance. Most people either one way or the other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most people either one way or the other way. So what do you see yourself like? Where do you see yourself in the future?
In the future,
are you there yet?
I have a bunch of little ventures that I see. Like that's the thing about life. You got about 1,000 paths, and that's the thing about free will. You're capable of choosing whichever path. You know what I mean? So as of right now, I chose kind of a productive path. You know what I mean? Where I have a 5-year plan because I always had like this business plan.
Right.
So I felt like now is the time to execute this shit. And I'm on a mission to do it. I done kick that ball, like get the fuck rolling. Like,
Are you gonna put that
it.
business plan out into the world, or are you just keeping it to
Oh,
yourself?
it's literally out for the world and it's out for the public. The things that I do is like, if I'm gonna leave a mark, I'm gonna leave something that's gonna be productive and also helpful. I don't see money. Yes, everybody needs money. Like, shit, I need money. But at the end of the day, like when you die, that shit not going with you. So as far as my business plan, I want to leave something that's gonna help people deal with the world that they living in.
So you don't have any children?
I do.
You do? How old are you two?
I have 2 sons, but one. We ain't gonna talk about that because it makes me sad. Again, with things that people go through, that changes you. So my oldest son, he would be 11 this year, and then my youngest, he would have been 7. He would have been 7. Yeah. And he would have been my best fucking friend, and me and him would have been fucking this world up together.
All right, so let's just try to go a little bit more positive because I see there's some hurt behind everything. In the future, would you try that route again? Like you attempt to have more children, or marriage again?
I'm a little bit skeptical about the whole marriage thing. Like, God would have to tap my shoulder a little bit and be like, my child, this is the one. Do this.
Man.
A little bit. He would have to do something. Like, you got to talk to me. I know you're busy, but you got to talk to me about this marriage life. Because first experience is like, yeah, fuck that noise.
But you know the small percentage of, like, it's not, this is just, you can Google this stuff. This is not me just saying this, y'all. Do you know the small percentage of black women who actually get married and find somebody to get married? It's very small. So for you to have found marriage, you must have the qualities that a guy wants, but you just don't want that.
I did, but I met somebody who wasn't ready for the same qualities that I was ready for. You know what I mean? Like at the time, which is like understandable. There is no love lost and there's no hatred. But me personally, it's like, because of how that marriage went, I would like to put full focus on myself, gaining those little side dreams that I put on hold, you know, to do the family thing. So I want to do that now. And if somebody was to come along my path that the Most High was like, yes, my child, do this, because that was my first problem. I didn't listen to the Most High. Like I wasn't even hearing shit. That was my fuck up.
Nah, but like you said earlier, the lessons that we go through teaches
us how to be more prepared, more precautious, and more understanding and more patient. That was the thing. I didn't have I had lack of patience back then, which put me in a marriage that I did not belong in.
That's kind of it's kind of hard to see because you like, I mean, but yes, I guess you understand because you're super like patient, down to earth. You speak clearly. You speak like a lot of people in the room are saying, look, they used to say, so they fall, dudes in the chat falling in love with it because of how you're talking. It's like normally, I mean, not, but normally when men talk to women, it's like there's a logic barrier. How things logically come out for us, it doesn't logically come out for a woman. But the way you're speaking, it definitely sounds like you understand a lot of stuff that we do.
I'll blame her. Like, honestly, me being bisexual, I get the end, like, I get to see both aspects of, like, women and men. And I hate to say it, but it's like, yeah, our culture is failing as Black people, as Black women, and even as Black men. Mm-hmm. Our culture is failing horribly, like, horribly. So I consider myself like a remnant of people. And we're out here. People like me, people like you, even like him who's doing his little journey right now.
It's a race.
But at the end of the day, he's still a remnant of people. And the sooner, the more of us understand that remnant of people can grow and we could really be out here having that full understanding and that full freedom, the sooner we could like let go of the bullshit. But that's the problem, is we don't want to let go of the bullshit. It's easier to sit up here and be mad at a motherfucker that don't even know you. Believe it or not, that motherfucker going through worse shit than you. But you rather be mad at this individual than sit up here and look in that mirror and be like, hey, I gotta tighten up a little bit. It's a human quality that's kind of failing right now, and it's partially taught, it's partially self-trained, and it's partially in denial that we don't want to deal with this. So yes, I'm glad I ran into him, because doing shit like this is an outbreak. We could speak to the community. You know what I mean? Talking to strangers. I'm not one of them people like you never know who you gonna meet. That's the best thing about going out and traveling and experiencing life. You never know who you're gonna meet. And because of that, it's like you could share this experience because that's really all life is. It's nothing but an experience. Motherfuckers spend their whole life trying to figure out their purpose in life. Do you know that your purpose in life is to figure out your purpose in life and you'll spend your whole life doing that? But if you sit down and think you already know it, you're not going nowhere.